Chosen one, this message is not by chance. You didn't stumble across this video, you were guided, called, pulled here by a force far greater than coincidence. God has placed this moment in front of you for a reason, and what you're about to hear might shake you, stir something deep inside you, even bring tears to your eyes, because it touches something real, something sacred. You've been giving too much of your energy, your truth, your soul, exposing your light to people who were never meant to carry it. God is whispering, you've shown too much. And that whisper, it's a wake-up call, a holy invitation to come back into alignment. This is not a punishment. It's a pivot. He's pulling you closer, shifting you, because something massive is being born through you, a transformation so profound it will not only change your path, but the very way you walk it. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. Your prayers, they haven't gone unheard. Your dreams, they're not lost. They've been gathering momentum in the unseen, and now they're starting to manifest. But listen carefully. If your spirit isn't ready, this breakthrough may feel more like chaos than clarity. That's why God is slowing you down, realigning your focus, getting you still enough to receive what's coming. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. This isn't just a video, it's a divine transmission, a spiritual checkpoint. You are standing at the edge of acceleration, but only if you align. This is your moment to rise, to say yes, to step into the next version of yourself. Before we go deeper, show that you're listening. Tap the like button, subscribe, and if this message speaks to your spirit, write Amen in the comments. That word isn't just agreement, it's an anchor of faith, a declaration that you're ready, that you receive this truth with your whole heart. Stay with me, don't scroll, don't click away. If you are who God says you are, you'll feel this in your bones. Your life is about to shift, and nothing will ever be the same again. Listen closely, beloved. This is not a gentle whisper. This is a divine instruction, urgent and loving, and it is arriving right on time. God is telling you, you have given too much of yourself away, not out of weakness, not out of pride, but from a heart that longs to be seen, to be understood, to be real. And still, he says, be careful. You've shared moments meant to be kept sacred. You've spoken of visions still unfolding. You've opened the door of your spirit too wide, and not all who walk through it are sent by him. There is a divine wisdom in silence, a holy strength in privacy. When you reveal your inner world too soon, your dreams, your healing, your spiritual encounters, you unknowingly invite spiritual interference. Not every listening ear is kind, not every observer is neutral. Some are sent to steal the seed before it takes root. Do not cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. Matthew 7:6. God is not rebuking you, he's covering you. Imagine your life as a sacred flame. In the beginning, it's just a small spark, gentle, fragile, but full of promise. If it's nurtured with care, it grows stronger, steady enough to light up even the darkest places around you. But if the wrong wind blows words spoken too soon, truths shared without wisdom, that flame can be extinguished before it ever has a chance to shine. Your words are like breath to that fire. They can either feed it or snuff it out. And right now, God is teaching you to breathe with intention, to speak with purpose, to guard what's holy, and to understand the power carried in every word you release. This is not about hiding, it's about honoring. What is holy must be guarded. What is growing must be shielded. A tree doesn't bear fruit in winter because the season isn't right. Likewise, not every testimony is meant to be shared, not yet. God is calling you into spiritual maturity, into discernment, into quiet strength. This is a holy pause, a sacred stillness, and if you surrender to it, your rise will not be rushed or reckless. It will be steady, rooted, and divinely protected. Let your life be a sanctuary, not a stage. God is doing something too precious in you to be mishandled by premature exposure. Protect it, nurture it, and when the appointed time comes, He will unveil it in glory, not just for others to see, but for you to fully live. God is speaking to you not casually, not vaguely, but with divine precision. He calls you chosen, not because you're perfect, not because you've done everything right, but because He sees in you something eternal, something set apart, something destined to rise beyond limitation. You are standing at the threshold of a powerful shift. This is more than a moment, it's a turning point. A spiritual elevation is coming that will touch every corner of your life. Your peace, your relationships, your purpose, your provision. But this rise isn't loud or flashy, it's sacred. It requires surrender. God is asking you to let go of control, not because you're weak, but because He's strong enough to carry what you can't. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3-5. Let Him lead, let Him build, let Him choose the timing. Picture the horizon just before sunrise. The night is still present, shadows still linger, but something new is breaking through. That's where you are caught between what was and what's about to be. The struggle was real. The delay felt endless. But every battle was preparing you for the brightness that's now emerging. This light, this divine breakthrough, is not just for your benefit. It's generational. It's communal. God is positioning you to become a vessel of change. The healing you carry will overflow. The wisdom you've earned in silence will speak life to others who are lost in their own night. But listen closely. You cannot rush this. You cannot expose what is still maturing. Many try to accelerate the promise through performance, applause, or constant sharing. But God is reminding you, by your patience possess your souls. Luke 21:19. The pace of heaven is intentional. Divine timing is protective. Every delay has been a form of mercy. Every closed door was a redirection, not a rejection. Being chosen is not a title to flaunt. It's a weight to carry with grace. It demands discipline, discretion, and unwavering faith. God is trusting you with something holy, and that trust comes with boundaries. Yes, some truths are hard to hear, but when God says, "I'm sorry," it's not condemnation, it's compassion. It's His way of pulling you back from spiritual harm, even when you don't see the danger. Like a loving father or a vigilant lifeguard, He steps in not to hurt you, but to save what's most sacred in you. Let Him, because the rise that's coming is far too precious to lose. There are subtle, invisible forces working all around you, forces that don't shout, but whisper. They distract you, they delay you, and if left unchecked, they can dismantle opportunities that were divinely prepared just for you. God's truth is not a restriction, it's a shield, and your willingness to listen, especially when the message is hard, is not weakness. It is courage. It is faith in motion. To accept this truth takes humility. It means laying down the illusion of control and admitting that divine protection isn't optional, it's essential. Many believe they can outplan, outsmart, or outwork spiritual interference. But God is reminding you, your destiny, your rise, and the miracles assigned to your life are too precious to be handled by human logic alone. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Isaiah 26:3. This is a defining moment, not just for your path, but for your character. Will you obey God's voice when it whispers a warning? Will you follow his instruction even when it contradicts your impulse to speak, to share, to show the world what he's doing in you? Because your blessings are real. They are coming, but they are fragile in their early form. They require protection, discernment, and spiritual stewardship. God's love is the foundation of this message, not to hold you back, but to lift you higher. He's not limiting your growth, he's protecting its roots. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. This guarding isn't about isolation, it's about preparation. Miracles, when mishandled, can turn into burdens, but when protected, they arrive fully formed, powerful, and able to transform not just your life but generations after you. Think of your life as a sacred vault, filled with treasures. Your energy, your spiritual insight, your divine assignments. The vault is not locked because the treasure isn't real. It is locked because it is too valuable to be left exposed. Blessings need timing. Premature exposure can weaken their impact, or worse, scatter them entirely. You must also ask yourself, am I internally aligned with what I'm asking God to release? Are my thoughts, emotions, and actions in sync with His will? Because miracles do not just fall, they land where the soil is ready. You must be the vessel that can carry the weight of what's coming. Esther didn't step into her divine role by chance. Her elevation was strategic, protected, and timed by heaven. She didn't rush her rise. She moved with wisdom, fasting, and restraint. "If I perish, I perish," she said, not from fear, but from spiritual surrender. Her breakthrough didn't just save her life, it saved a nation. Your obedience carries that kind of power. And so, understand this. Protection is a spiritual discipline. It is not born of fear, but of maturity. Guarding your plans, your spiritual revelations, and your progress does not mean you are hiding. It means you are cooperating with God's timing. There is wisdom in silence. There is strength in restraint. Every secret not yet spoken, every testimony not yet shared, is being refined like gold in the fire. And when the time is right, what is revealed will carry undeniable glory. Spiritual secrecy is not selfish, it is sacred strategy. Like a master jeweler handling a rare diamond, God is still shaping you. Each cut, each polish is necessary for brilliance. Reveal too soon, and the process is disrupted. Hold steady, and what emerges will shine with divine perfection. So guard your heart, guard your calling, guard your oil. Do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Matthew 6:3. This is not about hiding from the world, it's about honoring the weight of what God is doing within you. Your obedience amplifies the blessing. Your discretion preserves the miracle. And your protection ensures nothing is lost before its time. Understand this truth deeply when God asks you to guard your secrets. It is not a restriction, but a revelation of favor. Heaven does not hide what is worthless, it conceals what is holy. The instruction to protect the mysteries of your journey is proof that what you carry is sacred, an assignment, a promise, a divine blueprint. In this season, God is not withholding, He is preparing. He is drawing boundaries around your spirit, not to isolate you, but to insulate you from distraction, distortion, and delay. God is taking the pilot seat of your destiny. The turbulence you feel is not chaos. It is divine recalibration. Like a skilled pilot steering through storm clouds, God knows when to ascend, when to descend, and when to wait. You may not understand every turn, but He does. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. Isaiah 55:8. Trust in His navigation. For every pause, every redirection, every closed door is a course correction towards something greater. Many times, Human instinct compels us to reveal too much to explain, justify, or prove what God has already ordained. But he whispers, "Be still." Let him chart your course. Resistance creates friction, and friction delays flight. Surrender is not weakness, it is alignment. When you yield, heaven accelerates what once seemed stagnant. Consider Joseph, betrayed by brothers, enslaved by strangers, imprisoned by false accusation, yet every setback was a setup. Joseph's restraint, his quiet trust, allowed God's hidden orchestration to unfold perfectly. One day, what felt like confinement turned into a throne. That same principle is now at work in your life. God is arranging people, timing, and circumstances in ways you cannot see, but one day you will look back and say, "He was there all along." Letting God take control does not mean becoming passive. It means becoming precise, obeying divine instructions, guarding your privacy, and staying spiritually alert. When God says, "Wait," it is protection. When he says, "Speak," it is release. Every command has purpose. Obedience creates momentum in the unseen. Commit your way to the Lord, trust in him, and he will act. Psalm 37:5. Blessings are forming, but blessings require preparation. Think of rain falling upon the earth. If the soil is hardened, the water runs off and nothing grows. But when the ground is soft and ready, every drop nourishes new life. God's outpouring is near, but your heart must be fertile ground. Clear away pride, comparison, and fear. They are weeds that choke destiny. Refine your inner soil through prayer, humility, and quiet trust, and you will receive without leakage. What is coming will overflow in 3 dimensions: spiritual, relational, and material. Each realm supports the others, forming a trinity of divine wholeness. Spiritually, God is deepening your discernment, sharpening your faith, and granting you wisdom that transcends logic. This elevation will give you supernatural clarity in decisions, vision, and direction. Relationally, God is cleansing your circle. Those who drained your energy will quietly fade away, replaced by divine connections, people who uplift, protect, and align with your assignment. These relationships will be mirrors of grace, iron that sharpens iron, Proverbs 27:17, and they will help you carry your purpose without burden. And then comes material blessing, not mere wealth, but provision for purpose. Doors that were locked will open. Opportunities that once passed you by will return in divine timing. The Lord will open to you his good treasure, the heavens, to give the rain to your land in its season. Deuteronomy 28:12. This abundance is not just for comfort, but for influence to build, to give, to heal, and to change lives. These 3 miracles are woven together by divine design. Spiritual strength anchors your discernment. Healthy relationships expand your reach. Financial abundance multiplies your impact. When aligned, they create a symphony of purpose that cannot be stopped. But remember this: the greater the blessing, the deeper the responsibility. To protect the miracle, you must protect the vessel. Guard your secrets. Speak only what heaven releases. Be discerning with your revelations, patient with your process, and humble in your rise. The timing of God is never late, and his order is perfect. Your season of unveiling is near. The garden you have guarded in silence is about to bloom in public beauty. The blessings you once prayed for will now overflow. But as you rise, stay hidden in humility, for those who honor divine timing will never miss divine destiny. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Psalm 91:1. God's protection is not distance, it is covering. His control is not confinement, it is guidance. And his timing is not delay, it is preparation. Trust him completely. For the one who hides you now will soon reveal you in glory, and every secret guarded in faith will become a testimony of divine fulfillment. Every word you speak, every detail you release into the world, carries weight far beyond what you may realize. Words are not just sounds, they are spirit. They plant seeds, shape atmospheres, and shift the direction of your life. That is why God is issuing a clear, urgent warning. Oversharing can cost you. It may seem harmless, just a moment of transparency, a burst of excitement, or a desire to connect. But heaven sees what the human eye cannot, the hidden consequences. Oversharing can delay divine breakthroughs, invite spiritual interference, and create friction that never needed to exist. The world is filled with noise, envy, and unseen forces that are not aligned with your purpose. Your journey, your vision, your progress, they are sacred, and sacred things must be protected. Set a guard over my mouth, Lord. Keep watch over the door of my lips. Psalm 141:3. God isn't trying to silence you, He's teaching you to speak with purpose. Every word spoken outside of His instruction has the potential to weaken the very protection He's placed around your rise. Think of a general issuing commands before a battle. If a soldier acts outside of the plan, even with good intentions, it puts the entire mission at risk. Your life is no different. God is giving you strategic, spiritual orders, not to control you, but to ensure the precision, safety, and power of your breakthrough. Many people try to justify their oversharing as honesty, inspiration, or authenticity. But authenticity without wisdom can be dangerous. God isn't just concerned with your intention, He's guarding your impact. Oversharing can dilute your spiritual authority, scatter your focus, and expose you to spiritual currents that pull you off course. Even great leaders and prophets understood the weight of silence. Jesus Himself often withdrew to quiet places, revealing only what was necessary when it was necessary. There is a time to speak and a time to remain silent. Ecclesiastes 3-7. Your rise depends on understanding the difference. Your words are instruments of creation. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18:21. What you say builds or breaks. That's why God is calling you to a higher level of discipline, to speak only as He directs. When you speak prematurely, from emotion or ego, you risk disrupting the harmony of what God is composing in your life. Imagine a musician playing a symphony. Every note is placed for maximum beauty and impact. If the musician ignores the score and improvises recklessly, the entire piece falls apart. Your life is that symphony. God's instructions are the score. Follow it, and the result will be breathtaking. Discernment is a spiritual muscle. It must be trained. That means pausing before you post, reflecting before you share, and praying before you speak. Ask yourself, is this God's timing or mine? When you cultivate this habit, your clarity increases, your influence deepens, and your energy stays protected. Obedience is more than a spiritual duty, it's a display of trust. Every time you choose God's word over your own impulse, you align yourself with His supernatural flow. Doors open, delays lift, and your rise becomes unstoppable, not because of your efforts, but because of your surrender. God is speaking directly to you now. You are chosen, not randomly, not casually, but intentionally. You've been set apart for a purpose that exceeds anything ordinary. This calling is not just a title, it's a mantle. It carries authority, weight, and divine responsibility. Being chosen doesn't exempt you from hardship, it refines you through it. Like gold purified in fire, your trials are not punishment, they're preparation. They are shaping your faith, sharpening your spirit, and cleansing your path of anything that doesn't belong in your destiny. With your calling comes spiritual power. Your prayers shift atmospheres. Your presence changes rooms. Your decisions create ripple effects. But power without obedience is dangerous. That's why God is teaching you how to carry your authority with humility, restraint, and discernment. You are also equipped with influence that reaches beyond the spiritual. Your voice, your mindset, your creativity, these are instruments God will use to unlock doors, build bridges, and touch lives in places your feet may never walk. But without spiritual discipline, these gifts can be misused or misdirected. So let this truth sink in. Being chosen is not about visibility, it's about responsibility. It's not about being seen, it's about being trusted. God is preparing to reveal your next season, and when it comes, it will be powerful. But it will only manifest in full when you walk in alignment. Protect what is sacred and speak only what He commands. This is how your rise will be sustained. This is how your impact will be multiplied. And this is how God will bring every promise to pass flawlessly and in His perfect time. Nothing in your life is random. Not a single breakthrough, delay, or divine encounter occurs outside of God's perfect timing. Heaven doesn't operate on your clock, it moves by divine orchestration, precise and unshakable. Your rise has already been scheduled. Your miracles have already been appointed. The only question is, will you trust the timing? Trying to rush what God is still preparing can cost you more than you know. Forcing outcomes, revealing too soon, or stepping ahead of His instruction creates unnecessary battles, delays, and even heartbreaks. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. Ecclesiastes 3:1. You must understand God is not just arranging your destination. He is fine-tuning the process, ensuring that every step leads to maximum impact. Picture your life as a symphony. Each note must come in perfect sequence. The strings don't race ahead of the percussion. The horns don't speak over the silence. There is harmony in divine order. One rushed note can disrupt the masterpiece. And you, beloved, are not just part of the music, you are the melody. God is the conductor, and your obedience is what keeps the rhythm flowing. Waiting doesn't mean nothing is happening. Waiting is working. In seasons of stillness, God is strengthening your foundation, refining your focus, and protecting what's being built. This is your preparation room, a place where secrets are guarded, faith is sharpened, and endurance is cultivated. Every moment of quiet obedience is sowing seeds for an explosive harvest. Sometimes, God's "not yet" is not a denial, it's a shield. He delays not to withhold, but to protect. Protection from premature exposure, harmful alliances, or doors that aren't aligned with your destiny. The miraculous cannot be microwaved. It must be nurtured until it's unstoppable. The Lord is good to those who wait for Him, to the soul who seeks Him. Lamentations 3:25. When God says now, everything will move. Quickly, clearly, powerfully. The transformation you've been waiting for will unfold not as a minor improvement, but as a complete life upgrade. Spiritually, relationally, financially. Like the butterfly emerging from its cocoon, your rise will be visible, undeniable, and unstoppable. Spiritually, your connection with God will deepen in ways you've never known. You'll move from hearing whispers to recognizing His voice with clarity and confidence. You'll pray with authority, decide with discernment, lead with conviction. This is more than growth, it's activation. In relationships, God will purify your circle. People who no longer serve your calling will quietly fall away. You won't need to force it. Their season is ending, and in their place, God will send those who are aligned, people who speak life, protect your vision, and help you carry the weight of your assignment. Financially, doors will swing open that logic cannot explain. Opportunities will surface that once felt out of reach. But this isn't prosperity for comfort's sake, it's provision for purpose. You are being resourced to build, to bless, and to expand God's kingdom through your life. But with this rise comes a sacred instruction. Guard your life, not out of fear, but out of reverence. Oversharing your personal journey can drain your energy, invite interference, and blur the line between inspiration and exposure. Not everything holy is meant to be public. However, sharing your purpose is different. Purpose inspires, it builds, it activates faith in others. Purpose says, "This is what I was created for," without revealing what you're still healing from. Just as a treasure chest holds priceless value, your story must be protected, but your mission can still shine. Write the vision and make it plain, that he may run who reads it. Habakkuk 2:2. When you speak purpose, not secrets, you step into leadership. People are drawn to clarity, to calling, to conviction. They don't need all the details, they need to see your faith in motion. The world will take notice of a life marked by discipline, vision, and alignment with heaven. You don't need to chase platforms. Divine favor will find you. The balance between protection and revelation is what preserves the sacred and amplifies your influence. Walk wisely, speak carefully, move only when God says move. And when the moment comes, your rise will not just be seen, it will be revered. Understand this deeply. Discretion is not weakness, it is spiritual strength. To guard what is sacred, to protect what is in process, and to speak only when led by God. This is not hiding, it is honoring. Live with intention. Share your purpose boldly, but only under divine instruction. Miracles, favor, and true influence flow not from noise, but from alignment. When your heart, words, and timing are governed by heaven, there is no limit to what God can do through you. You've reached the culmination of a long, refining journey. Your time has come. This is the moment you were built for. The prayers you whispered in secret, the obedience you offered in the dark, the strength you cultivated in silence, God saw it all. And now, heaven is responding. This is not just another season. It is a divine activation, a holy release. God is aligning people, positioning opportunities, and opening doors that no man can shut. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Isaiah 60:22. That time is now. Miracles are already in motion, spiritually, relationally, financially, but they will only manifest fully if you continue walking in obedience, humility, and faith. Let the weight of this moment rest on your spirit. You didn't come this far to shrink. God has prepared you for a rise that will heal, awaken, and inspire. Your transformation is not just personal, it's generational, it's global, it's eternal. But don't lose sight of the principles that brought you here. Protect what's sacred. Do not reveal what's still ripening. Not every testimony is ready. Not every detail is meant for public ears. The world may crave your story, but God is asking for your silence until it's time. This is a divine strategy. Just as a seed is hidden in the soil before it breaks through, your journey has required time underground, out of sight, uncelebrated, misunderstood. But in that quiet place, God was cultivating depth, resilience, and purity. What was hidden wasn't buried, it was planted. God's hidden path is not a detour, it's divine protection. You are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance. Psalm 32:7. By keeping parts of your life private, He has shielded you from spiritual attacks, jealous eyes, and premature exposure. What you couldn't see, He was managing. What you couldn't control, He was commanding. And now, what was hidden will be revealed in glory. What was silent will speak loudly. What was unseen will shine. Your story will become a testimony that points back to the hand of God, so precise, so undeniable, that no one will be able to deny it was divine. You may have walked through seasons of silence and delay, but don't mistake quiet for inactivity. In the stillness, God was working, realigning, resetting, reconstructing what man could not fix. Think of Esther, hidden away, unknown for a time, but divinely positioned for such a time as this. Esther 4:14. Your hiddenness was a setup, not a setback. Even now, you are being prepared to move with power. A spiritual clarity is emerging in your life. You're not just seeing differently, you're sensing on a higher frequency. What felt like intuition will now be revealed as divine instruction. Your discernment will sharpen. Your spirit will recognize what your eyes cannot see. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Isaiah 30:21. This awakening is not for show, it's for leadership, for assignment. You are being called into divine influence, not for titles, but for transformation. Your voice will carry weight. Your decisions will shift atmospheres, but only if you continue to move in obedience and humility. In this season, every delay has been divine. Every closed door has been protection. Every silent stretch has been preparation. And now, the silence is about to break. When it does, walk boldly, walk wisely, and walk as one who knows exactly who sent them. God stands ready. Heaven itself is in perfect alignment, and the world is about to witness your divine transformation.